think that one of the things that comes up in conversations, in addition to the refugee issue, is that there have been some efforts from Russia to essentially try to sow some discord or dissension within Europe. They have a very loud megaphone in this part of the world, and you see efforts that seek to pull apart the threads of European and transatlantic unity. And there is some concern about that, and I think that in part fuels the types of statements you saw from President Obama and President Tusk today in reaffirming the importance of transatlantic unity and European solidarity, pushing back against the forces of disintegration, whether those come from globalization and some of the backlash against globalization, whether that comes from Russia and some of the things that they say and do to try to create a sense of disunity, or whether that comes from security threats like terrorism.
Mark.
Picking up, I think, Ben, on what you just said, I'm wondering why the president has confidence that the Europeans will remain united in preserving sanctions. I mean, just in the last few weeks, you had the Prime Minister of Italy going to the St. Petersburg Forum, something European leaders had been shunning. You had President Hollande of France saying, we need to engage with the Russians. You had the German foreign minister referring to a military exercise in Poland as saber rattling. And so I'm wondering what accounts for the optimism or confidence that Europe won't splinter in its approach to Russia, particularly as domestic politics begin to enter the equation in places like Germany?
So, first of all, we had a very strong message from the EU leadership that they remain committed to rolling over sanctions as Russia is not fulfilling its commitments under Minsk. Second, I think in the President's own conversations with European leaders, they've reaffirmed that commitment. Tomorrow, they'll be meeting as a quint, the United States, Germany, France, the United Kingdom, and Italy, with President Poroshenko of Ukraine to expressly send a message of support for Ukraine's sovereignty and territorial integrity. I think that meeting itself will demonstrate the united front here between the United States and Europe on the issue.